Hey, what's up, ladies and gentle tubers? It is time to talk about something that is extremely important when it comes to adventure. And that is, what about your family? Now, I've got some extremely precious cargo on board with me today on the Black Widow. We go out on rides like this once in a while. Maybe you can see him in the shadow. But I've got my son on board, and I want to talk about family. Now, this was prompted by several private messages and a couple of comments left on the adventure video. A lot of people have questions of, you know, am I a bad dad? Am I greedy? Am I selfish for doing these adventures and leaving my family behind? One such message came from somebody who you all should know. It's Yamajo120. And so I want to address him because he's a really good friend, and I really respect his opinion, and I really respect the opinions of the other people with concerns and criticism for this decision, especially when it comes to my family, because, you know, when it comes to the side of caution, you know, everything else, whatever, I could get hurt, but when it comes to my family, that really is a very huge concern of mine and a top priority. So let me share with you some of my reasoning for taking these adventures. Now, this road, I chose this road specifically because of the view and because, very tragically, last week, a colleague of mine, a fellow teacher here in the district, was killed in an auto pedestrian accident. She was running here, training for a marathon, doing what she loved, and was killed. And not too far from my house down over there, another lady was killed last month, auto pedestrian accident. Now, I say these things and I choose this road and I have Nix with me for a couple of good reasons. First of all, accidents happen and tragic things happen, and there's danger out there in anything that we choose, anything that we want to do. Whether it's training to run a marathon, or walking your dog, like that other lady was, or riding a motorcycle, obviously, or even I've known people to choke on a stake and die. I know people who were in great health who had a surgery and died. I know people who have had a baby and died. You guys, everything in this life is lethal. Hey, we're mortal, that's the fact. Everything could kill us. I could get plowed right now by some person texting on their cell phone. Here's part of the reason why I'm doing this adventure, okay? In my life, I've had some very important role models. And, see, is that still closed up there? Oh, no, I could go through there. I think I will go through there. So I've had some very important role models who have valued money and the things that it buys over relationships and basically living a life that's worth living. Now, I keep saying that, and you guys probably just think it's some, you know, marketing thing where I'm like trying to get you pumped up or whatever to follow my channel, but realistically, that's a philosophy that I live my life by. There we go. There's the wave. If I don't have meaning in my life, then and especially a lot of activity and busyness, then things in my brain go downhill very quickly. Oh, it does say road closed. Well, where we're going, we don't need roads. That's not at all what Doc sounds like, but let's just come up here and see what they're doing. Okay, so I've talked with my wife extensively about this trip. She is my #1 advocate. She's actually like, hey, we have this little bit of savings. You need to buy a reliable motorcycle to take these adventures. The budget for that motorcycle is irrelevant. It just needs to happen. You know, this is a beautiful place. And my son is like, Dad, let's check this out. Which is exactly how I want him to be. All right, so this guy right here just turned 5. And say hi, Nix.
Hi.
Had his birthday, and we got him some, we've been kind of getting him some motorcycle gear. Let's go explore a little bit, buddy.
Okay. I want to take my helmet off.
All right, let's take your helmet off, okay?
Yeah.
Feel better? Yeah. So this guy right here is my precious cargo. More precious than anything, and if you want proof of that, you can do a little annotation trick against this rock wall here. You could click here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here, to find out exactly how I feel about my family. And I've said it many times before. Let's go on a little hike, buddy. Come on. First of all, look at my son here. All right, we came out on a little motorcycle ride, which is inherently dangerous, right? Boots, gloves, he's got knee pads under here, he's got his cool racing pants that we got from the thrift store on for $10, elbow pads, shoulder pads, you know, the roost guard helmet. We do everything that we can to protect our kids. It obviously would have been safer to just leave him at home, just like it is every time I ride with him. And it would be safer for me to just stay home. But what kind of life is that? Now, for the question of work. So providing for my family is my biggest insecurity in life. That is my trigger for depression. If something goes wrong there, it is very, very hard for me to pop out of it. So when it comes to working, that is a very, very sensitive subject to me. I've always had apprehension about that, and that's a hard pill to swallow when your family's hungry or they don't have enough food or whatever. And I've been there several times. So when it comes to work, primary goal is to provide for the family. Now, secondary goal is to be with my family as much as possible, and that is one of the primary reasons why I chose the career that I did. And that career was teaching school. Now, teaching school is amazing for raising kids because work ends at about 3, you get home at about 3:34, and then you get to hang out with your kids for the rest of the day after you finish all the other projects. Now, the disappointing thing about that is that with the other projects, and with dates with my wife, and with projects that she has going on, and with projects that these little kids have going on, that means I get, on average, in a day about an hour to hang out with them before bedtime. We call it activity time, daddy activity time. And it's really cool, and I love it, but that wasn't enough for me. Summer has been amazing as a teacher because I've been able to hang out with them more than I have in my entire life. And it was this summer vacation that kind of became the catalyst of, hey, I want more of this. I want to be with my kids more. I want to be a part of their lives, and I want to work from home. What can I do from home that would make a big difference? And my wife and I talked about that a lot. We made the decision that working from home is totally possible, but I would need to grow the channel a lot, and I would need to find a way to basically make an income for my family. We've worked on some other different channels, including a channel with Nix. He loves YouTube and watching people play games and build Lego sets and stuff like that. And so we started a Lego building channel, and you know, we're just having fun. We're just having fun, and we get to do activities. Now, comparatively, when I had my job, I had 1 or 2 hours per day with my kids, and with doing motorcycle stuff and transitioning to YouTube, I have unlimited time with my kids as long as my projects are done, and usually I get those done late at night or early in the morning when these little guys are asleep. So I get more time with my kids, and that is the absolute primary goal for this whole venture. Anyway, we decided that my YouTube channel and channels would need a shot in the arm, and my wife and I decided that going on some big adventures and providing some really amazing content for people would be that shot in the arm. And so maybe in a year's time, we're going to see if it works. We're going to see if we can go full-time on YouTube. We're going to see if we can support our family, and keep in mind our finances. We're very conservative with finances. We have a very cheap mortgage payment for the area that we're in. We have no other debt except for a school loan, which will be paid off. You know, and then we have utilities and food and gas and things like that. But if I could generate that from YouTube, then that would basically pay for it. You know, think about this. I'll be gone for, maybe 3 weeks, a month and a half max, probably, on any one of these huge adventures that I do. And then I'll be home, and doing post-production for months and making the best content that I have. And hopefully that time, A, will be spent with my kids more than if I had a job 9 to 5. And B, it will be basically doing something that I love and something that inspires my kids. And that is more what it's about than anything else, I think. Oh, look at this little tiny lizard, Nix. You see him? He's very, very tiny. There he is. Cool. Little tiny guy. Anyway, I want to be the kind of dad who's not afraid, you know what I mean? And I've been afraid for a lot of my life. I've gone a really conservative route with the career that I chose. I've gone a really conservative route with my finances, never been in debt. And that's paying off right now, obviously. And we know how to shop for deals and something like that. And, you know, that's one of the things that I want to pass on to you. I've just been far too conservative with how I've lived my life, and it's time to do something meaningful. It's time to do something beyond just the status quo of the humdrum. If anything, I want to teach, you know, my kids that life is about a lot more than a job, than a commute, than filing in line, and especially about a lot more than having nice, you know, expensive things. Yeah. Cool, you found one? Oh, it looks like a little piece of glass. Be careful, that's very, very sharp, but it is cool and shiny, huh? Awesome. Anyway, guys, I want this kid, and I want my daughter, and I want you to gain inspiration from the series. I want you to see that there are things out there that if you want to take them, you can. You know, there is definitely an element of selfishness. I won't sugarcoat that. I want to go see these things. I figure it's justified. If I can do that while providing for my family, then I think it's good. I think it's a good decision, and that's what my wife has said. Besides that, I have such a hard time when I stay still, when I get stagnant. I tend to get quite depressed. And that, to me, could actually, this is getting real personal, but that to me could prove more lethal than any motorcycle trip or adventure that I take. So, interesting stuff. Good to get this all off my chest and discuss it. Pretty amazing. Look, Nix, we got some trash. Ew, it's somebody's Band-Aids. That's all right. Look, let's fold it up and we'll put it away. Okay? Yeah, we gotta always pick up stuff, or else we're gonna have a big trash mess. I'll just put it in this pocket.
Why would you want to put trash in your pocket?
So I can throw it away later. All right. So you guys, while I go on this adventure, know my family is priority number one. And therefore, I'm not going to be doing anything overly dangerous besides what I kind of do normally on my motorcycle. So you guys, I understand the concerns, and you know, I do appreciate them, because that, Joe, that really means a lot to me, because it's like, that's something that's hard to do, is to voice your concerns for somebody's welfare in a way that they may not like. That really does mean a lot to me. And obviously I do listen. I read every comment. I listen to every message. I really value your opinions. This stuff is important to me. This stuff is critical to me. So I do appreciate it. And if you have any advice, I very much welcome it. Or any caution as well. But this is going to happen. We've talked about it a lot as a family. And we feel that it's important that this happens. So we're going to give it our best shot. So guys, we've got a lot of big, huge reveals coming up. The bike that I'm going to take, destinations that I will be traveling, all that will be coming up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to let Nix take you out on this one.
Much love. Everson out.
You're awesome.
That view there. Oh my goodness, with the woman and the children and the birds. Beautiful.